Caspar Southern Legend's having his first run this season, first run as well since his win in Singapore. He won a trial last week. Are you happy with how he is going into the race?
Yeah, he's coming along really well. Obviously, 1200 is going to be on the sharp side for him, and the 133 is going to be a concern, giving some nice young horses a bit of weight there. But he's very well in himself, and he just try to progress through each race coming up for December.
What sort of targets have you got for him in December?
Yeah, I think the mile. He'll be cherry ripe by then. He likes his racing, so just follow a similar path to last year, but he's got the rating on the board this time. So I think he's there. He's there to fight with the big boys.
He contested this same race last year, finished fifth. Obviously, we know what he's gone on to do since then. Yeah. In your opinion, how much better is he from last year to this year?
Oh, he's a lot stronger. He keeps improving. But like I said, first up, 1200, he'll find it tough, If you can run in the first three, I'll be very happy. But as a rule, that particular race with the lightweights, they have a huge advantage, and they tend to perform really well first up as well. But it's all about December. So November, you'll see the right horse on November and December.
Michael, you've got Money Marshall running on the weekend. He had 3 starts last season. He won that trial. Are you happy with him going into Sunday?
Yeah, he's a horse that's taken a little while to sort of develop a bit mentally more than anything. His first couple of runs he didn't really know much, and then I thought his last start at Happy Valley late last season was quite good. And his trial here the other day was good. I think he's probably going to be better over 14 and maybe even 1600 later on. But he's ready to go. He's drawn a little bit awkward. But yeah, I think he's a progressive type.
You mentioned that awkward draw. We saw him go forward in the barrier trial. Where do you think he'll be in the run from that gate?
Oh, I'll probably leave that up to Dougie a little bit and work out where the pace in the race is. I'd like to try and sort of ride him with a bit of cover if possible. I don't think he's the type of horse that would be sort of suited by trying to lead up over 1200. As I said, I think eventually he'll be looking for a bit further. So if he could just find a spot sort of midfield or a touch better with some cover, that'd be ideal.
This is your second season coming up here in Hong Kong. How are you feeling about it all leading into Sunday?
Yeah, it's a bit more familiar this time around, obviously. Last year was a steep learning curve. But yeah, we've got a small but nice team of horses that I think some of them are sort of well rated now. So yeah, we're going to sort of try and get a few up and running a bit earlier this season and see how we go.
Nice Fandango, Caspar. Interesting horse, given that his preparation has been mainly at Chung Fa leading into this. Yeah. Can you just tell us a bit about what you've done with him?
Yeah, he's on the fresh side, straightforward horse. He's got great gate speed. He'll put himself right up there on the speed and make his own luck. Obviously, a small field will help him, lightweight. I'm sure he'll run a big race.
What was it about him that you decided to send him to Chung Fa?
Oh, we've got to send a few horses there, so most of mine will go there for 3 to 4 weeks and throughout the season. It's been great. The horses have been thriving over there, looking a treat. And now it's hopeful when we get them into the races, they can come here and perform.
He raced towards the end of last season. Did you want to send him in with a bit of a freshen up rather than send him to the trials leading in?
Correct, yeah. He's a straightforward horse. 1,000 metres, you don't really need a trial. He's had a great prep for it, and he'll be thereabouts.
Callan, you ride Guide of Dragon on the weekend. You rode him in a trial last week. What sort of feel did he give you?
Yeah, I really liked the way he trialled, jumped out with good pace, and I just set him off the speed. But the most impressive part was the way he ran home. I know he's a horse that didn't behave too well last season, but I thought his behaviour was really good with the lead pony, and that should help him bring his best to the races.
This is his first run for a few months, fitness-wise. Where is he at, do you think?
Look, I thought he was in a pretty good space. I thought he hit the line well too. I think a lot of the horses are going into the race not quite 100% tuned up with the off-season, so I don't think he's on the back foot. So yeah, I think his fitness, from a fitness perspective, he's in a really good space. 1,400
metres, is that his right sort of distance, or the way he finished off in that trial, could he be better even over further?
Yeah, the trial definitely suggested that he could be better over further, but I think over 1,400 from a one draw, I think he'll get a really good run through.
And we welcome you back to Hong Kong racing. Of course, you had a stint last year, but you're here for a bit longer this time.
Yeah, thanks very much. Honoured to be back. Obviously, I got a 6-month stint, hoping to make it longer, so just got to rack in the winners.
Umberto, you ride Harmony Victory for his first run here in Hong Kong, former Brazilian horse. You've ridden him in a trial and also a piece of work more recently. What sort of opinion do you have of him?
He's a very nice horse. He looks like not ready 100%, but he's a horse that he can run a decent race. Obviously, it's always tough when a horse first came here in a class 2, big competition, horses ready, already few horses. They are the winner in the class, but nice draw. He can run a good race.
In that trial, he got back, but he was finishing off well. Are they the sort of tactics you think will be used for him on Sunday?
Well, actually, he didn't jump properly, but you know, it wasn't the plan to stay at the back. But I prefer just to let him jump as much comfortable how he was. So I wish with the draw 4, I got a few nice horses next to me. I try to follow them and see what happens.
And some celebrations for you. Happy 30th birthday, Umberto.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's nice gap, getting old. But you know, when you finish the 20, so now we're on 30. Anyway, I still feel young inside.